This is 100% my fault. And this is a plug from the bottom of my air compressor. And this is what happens when you do not drain your tank. I never drained this tank in over 2 years, and I had a bunch of debris and water buildup that had nowhere to go and just plugged the bottom of my tank. So this is what builds up inside your air compressor when you don't properly drain it. It's not just water. This is a mixture of moisture with rust from inside the tank, along with dirt and a little bit of oil residue. And over time it turns into this thick sludge that can actually clog your drain. And most people don't even think to check this. And this is what actually comes out of my tank. That brown liquid is rust-filled water, and those chunks are pieces of corrosion breaking loose from inside the tank. Once it gets to this point, you're not just dealing with water anymore. You've got buildup inside your system, and I had no idea mine was this bad. It's Brad Kemp from Blue Nile Farm. Welcome to the channel. You know, if you ever bought a used compressor from somebody, or you wound up having one and you've neglected it for years like I did, and all of a sudden you find out you have debris and crud and a lot of moisture inside your tank, you know, there's an easy way to kind of clean this out, and it's well worth the time and the investment to do so. So stay tuned. I'm going to take you through the process of how I clean all the crud and debris out of my tank and to get it back in gear so you can be effective in using it and having peace of mind that, you know, you're staying on top of it for once. So stay tuned and let's get to it. So today air compressors come with these little tiny valves like this that are on the bottom of the tank, and they're basically 1/4 inch NPT, and then they have these screws that are on the bottom and they're up like this. And you have to reach underneath the tank and unscrew it to let the moisture come out. Well, you know, they're far down into the depth of the tank. A lot of times you got to crawl under there to get them to break, and it's a real pain in the butt. So I wound up ignoring it, and that's why I have the problem I'm having today with this air compressor, that I let too much moisture stay in the tank for a while, and it basically had a lot of buildup. So probably about a month ago, I wound up converting this air compressor over to a ball valve system, so I don't have to reach under there so deep, for one, and number two is I can drain my tanks regularly, because I really don't want that moisture to kind of affect my new tools. Well, the problem was that because I let it go for so long, basically it turned into a bunch of debris inside the tank, and it plugged up the drains. So that brought us to where we're at today, and those previous photographs of all the sludge that's inside this tank. So I'm going to basically show you and flip you over this tank to show you how we started to dismantle this so we can address that issue and get this thing cleaned the way it should be. So the first thing you need to do is flip the tank over up on its side and make sure you have no air in the tank. First thing, empty your tank. This fitting here was designed by me with a 90-inch, 1/4 inch NPT coming up to a 6-inch piece of pipe, to a ball valve, to a 2 female end connector, to a 3-inch piece of pipe. And what that allows me to do is I can reach in here and turn this valve and blow out the air when it's sitting there, and it would actually kick out the moisture. So once this tank is completely void of air, just to remove this, because it's too long, I actually have to take the ball valve section off, then take this whole piece and spin it. And there's basically a plug here where the NPT fitting is connected, and this actually has to come out, and it's screwed in with threads. Once this thing comes off, you're going to expose your entire tank. You can actually reach in and feel around the edges all the debris and rust, and some here down here, some of the rust that was actually inside of it. But bottom line is, this is the stuff that you're going to feel. All right, the next thing you need to do is you need to get some hot water. Make sure it's pretty hot, and then you get yourself a container with some kind of nozzle on the end that you can actually pour into that little hole down here. And it's going to be at an angle, so you want to be able to get some in. You're only going to put about 2 or 3 cups of water in, just enough to get in that tank and kind of get some moisture in there, because we're worried about the bottom, not the sides. And once you do that, you take that plug after you clean it out and get all the debris out of it, stick it back into the air tank, and basically you're going to swirl it and shove it and push it, and you're going to swirl that around. You're going to flip it back upright, take that top off, the cap, from the bottom, and let it all drain out. And then you're going to do it 2 or 3 times. Get water inside that system, flush it out, get it out of the entire tank. Once it's flushed out, you'll be good to go. Only use water. Don't use any detergents. Don't get crazy in any oils or evapor rust or anything else, because you really don't want that in your tank, because obviously that's the stuff that's going to be blowing through your lines. You don't want that in your system. You just want water because that's what's naturally in your system. But make sure it's hot because it'll work a little bit better for you. 3 or 4 flushes should do it, and then check it out, let it dry, and then put everything back together. And that's it. You should be done and should be easy to go. So that's it, guys. It's relatively very simple to do. And again, I would highly suggest if you buy a used air compressor from anybody, or if you neglected yours like I did, clean it out, change over to a bell valve system, drain your tank regularly. You won't have this problem, and you'll be more happy you did so, because it's peace of mind, and take care of your equipment. You know, just because the tank looks pretty on the outside, it's going to have all the damage on the inside. So it's more of a safety issue than anything else, and I want you guys to be safe. So hopefully this was helpful. Until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon.